What's another thing I like today? What a beautiful day, guys. Happy Wednesday. Appreciate you guys hopping on in. Happy Wednesday, yo. Didn't hit the play yesterday. Yes, I apologize. Aaron Gordon didn't have a good day yesterday. Bro, if the Kings get Ja Morant, I'm going to be stoked. Let us get Ja Morant, bro. It's worth the risk. It's worth the risk getting Ja Morant. What was I looking at today? Let's make this bigger for y'all on YouTube. There we go. How's everyone doing today? What is good? Yeah, if you guys are seeing on YouTube, I love Brandon Ingram. Brandon Ingram's in a good spot. Let's see what his best place is. He did get bumped up. Brandon Ingram just got bumped up recently because Emmanuel quickly got ruled questionable. I still like 31.5 points and rebounds for Ingram, a good amount. Or just his 24.5 points. Did yesterday's cash? No, 1 out of 2. What's his name? Jaden McDaniels killed his line. Honestly, that was just a really bad read on Aaron Gordon. The more I thought about it after he played, it didn't even, he didn't take that many shots. He didn't get that much usage. I should have known Watson was taking up a lot of usage. It should have been the Watson. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. That's on me. That's a bad play. There are some times where you have a play that misses, but it's still a good play. If they miss shots, if they get into foul trouble, all those things that you can't really account for. But this one, these are things I could account for. That was a bad play when it came to Aaron Gordon, and I own up to that one. There was no missed shots. I mean, he shot normally. He didn't get huge volume, right? I'm a big volume guy. He didn't get big volume. He got the minutes, sure. The match was good. He just didn't shoot that many shots. It should have been Watson. It should have been Watson, and it should have been what's his name? Jamal Murray, and even I guess I wouldn't have Tim Hardaway Jr., but it should have been Watson. It should have been Watson in that same matchup. I just thought Aaron Gordon was in a really good spot, especially without Jokic in his career, and he should have got more, or he was getting more minutes. He was starting to ramp up more. That's why I wanted Aaron Gordon, but yeah, it wasn't a really good spot, to be honest. Grayson Allen went off yesterday, did he? Grayson Allen. Oh, Ingram is 24.5 points. I originally got it at 29.5 points and rebounds, literally like an hour ago. But they just ruled Emmanuel quickly questionable, so that's why I got bumped up a little bit. I love Ingram at 24.5 here. I don't mind it. It's a little interesting because what if Emmanuel quickly plays and comes back? Or Emmanuel quickly plays, then his line is just going to be bumped down. It's just a weird spot here for Ingram. I don't know. Maybe just wait for it. The John Collins play you can still get. 15.5 points and assists for John Collins. I'm pretty sure you can get. John Collins. I lost. Aaron Gordon Aaron only had 1 assist. Who's Aaron? Oh yeah, I remember you talking about an assist guy. I forgot who you're talking about. But yeah, John Collins is still at 15.5 points and assists. It's crazy. If you're on PP and you have John Collins, his points line's at 15.5. You're getting an extra bonus of 15.5 points and assists. Without John Collins, gets a match against the Wizards. They're playing at home, but both Kawhi Leonard and Zubac are questionable. Zubac got hurt. I went to the game last time. I took him. He had a calf injury. He didn't play in the fourth quarter. He had a calf injury. That's important because that's 2 days ago. Now you're playing the Wizards at home as 14-point favorites. They are the Wizards at home. Are you going to rush your player back in a game when you're playing against the Wizards as 14-point favorites? I don't know. There's a good likelihood that one of these players are going to be out, if not both, hopefully. Even if they play, I think they're going to be limited. Definitely Kawhi. John Collins is a great matchup here, especially at home, especially with that energy of the crowd. Lob threat for James Harden. Just a really good spot here for John Collins. 15.5 points and assists. And he's been playing way more minutes. He's been playing starter minutes in his past 10 games, playing 28 minutes in his past 10 games. If he doesn't get into foul trouble, which is the game against Portland, and in a game against the Jazz, they blew him out. Let's see. Let's take out that game against Portland out. The last 9 games, he's playing 29.4 minutes a game, averaging 16.4 points and assists a game in the last 9. And now you're giving him his best matchup, let's say, since the Nets matchup, since the what's it called? The Kings matchup. Really good spot here for John Collins. What do you think about Najee? I used to take Najee. I took Najee the past few times against the Bulls, against the Kings, and against the Nets. The thing that's different here is that PJ Washington is questionable this time instead of being doubtful. That means PJ Washington might come back, of course. Better chance of coming back. But also Max Christie is questionable too. You're getting a match against the Nuggets. It's not the best thing in the world. That matchup against the Bulls, that matchup against the Nets was really good. This matchup against the Nuggets isn't the best thing in the world, which kind of concerns me. So yeah, I'd probably stay away from Marshall for a sec. Paul George PRA. Paul George against the Cavs. I guess it's a spot-up shooter. He's been killing it. He's been doing really well in the past 2 games. In the past 3 games, doing really well. Shot 21 times against the Magic. I took the less on his game. Or I took the less on his spot against the Magic. And he shot 21 times, of course. But now he shoots like 11, 13 times a game. Not a huge volume spot. It's a good matchup when it comes to spot up, isolation, above the break threes. It's a good matchup overall for Paul George. I just don't know if I like the line too much. Like, the spot up matchup's really good. He scores 28% of his points spotting up, 17% of his points isolating. Top 7 and top 6 matchup, yeah. But when it comes to the zones, when it comes to his volume, it's not amazing. Like, with Embiid playing, with Maxey, of course, playing, Embiid, these guys playing, he's only had 15.5 points in 45% of games. Let me see his best line. Like, it's a really good matchup. It really is. So let's see if this trumps the actual volume. 15.5 points doesn't look amazing when it comes to the value you're getting on that. It's very interesting, though. That's why I'm looking into it. It's very interesting because of the matchup. 18.5 points and assists, maybe. 18.5 points and assists looks better. Honestly, 18.5 points and assists looks way better. With Embiid, with Maxey, when you're looking at 15.5 points, it's only 45%. But when you're looking at 18.5 points and assists, which is more favored, it's 73% out of his past 11 games. With Paul George, or with Embiid, with Maxey. 18.5 points and assists looks pretty solid. You look at the zones too, like I'm saying, the zones are good. Above the break 3, that's where he scores a lot of his points. Mid-range zones are pretty good too. Paul George, maybe 18 points. This might be the first time I'm taking Paul George on the more. But, yeah, his spot is not bad. I'm going to write it down. Paul George. And I'm writing these things down on YouTube if you guys want to take a look. More on 18.5 points and assists for Paul George. All right. Paul George, 18.5. Christie's showing doubtful. Let me see, Christie. You might be right. I only saw quickly on doubtful. Questionable. Christie is doubtful. That's interesting. With Washington, with Williams questionable. You know who's interesting? Clay's got to be very interesting here. 12.5 points for Clay? Yeah, whoa. What are we doing here? When Clay plays, let's see. In games without Christie, he's played 1 game without Christie, played 31 minutes. Now, you're taking out Washington. Of course, Anthony Davis is going to be out. Brandon Williams might be out as well. Bro, Klay Thompson's in a pretty solid spot. You look at, sorry, I'm yapping. I'll talk about the play in a sec. We get to 5K likes, I'll talk about the play. This is not going to hit. I respect it. If you don't like it, I'm not forcing y'all to take it, but I respect your opinion. I didn't hit yesterday, so I'm never going to be perfect. And I'm not going to come on here and lie to y'all. But yeah, at 5K likes, I'll tell y'all the play. I just don't like repeating it a lot. I'm looking at Clay right now. Clay, I'm filtering him his minutes. Give him at least, let's see. Recently, he's playing 27, 20 minutes, 29, and that's without Washington. Just without Washington, he plays like 27 minutes. You take out Max Christie, who actually plays his position, you're probably playing around 20-ish minutes. Let's give Clay at least 20 minutes. This season, when you give, I guess maybe a little bit more. Let's say like 24. Bro, when Clay plays 24 minutes, at least 24 minutes, and you're taking out possibly Washington, Christie's probably not going to play. Anthony Davis is not playing, and Brandon Williams might be out. When you give Klay Thompson just 24 minutes this season, he's went more on this line in 85% of games. 11 out of 13 at 12.5 points. Let's see what you can actually get him on at on PP. I'm looking at PP. Points and assists, 14.5. Let's look at 14.5 points and assists. It doesn't have a points and assists filter. That's weird. Let me see. I gotta look at on Rise and Shine. I can sense the sweep. Yeah. Hopefully, man. Hopefully we get a little sweep ski going here. But let me see the points and assists for Clay. I'm curious on this season, on that 14.5 points and assists, which you can get on PP this season when he gets filter. And you guys can see what I'm looking at on YouTube. If you guys want to hop on over there, subscribe. It helps out a lot. I really want to grow this YouTube thing. 24 minutes this season. When he plays at least 24 minutes this season, he's went over his 14.5 points in assist line in 77% of games. And now you're giving him a matchup against the Nuggets, who allow... It's a close game, too. The Nuggets just came off a back-to-back. Dallas is actually favored. They're favored by 2, which is crazy. Back-to-back game here. They gave a lot of spot-up points up. The three-point matchup, the corner threes is decent. Above the break threes is all right. But, yeah, I like this spot here a lot for Clay. I do like this spot here for Clay. I'm going to write it down. Clay, more than 14.5 points in assists. And that's why I like talking to y'all. That's why I like talking to y'all. If y'all get to 5K likes, I'll say the play again, and I'll go over it. But I'll answer questions here. Porter Jr.'s points. If you guys can say what spot you're getting at it, like the actual value, that will help a lot. But I can take a look at it initially for Michael Porter Jr. in his matchup against the Pelicans. The matchup is great. I mean, 46% of Michael Porter Jr.'s points come from above the break threes. That's a top 4 matchup for Michael Porter Jr. 30% come in the restricted area. That's also a top 2 matchup. So you're saying 76% of his play, or 76% of his heat map zones are in top 2 and top 4 matchups against the Pelicans, when the Nets are favored because the Pelicans just came off a back-to-back as well. But Michael Porter Jr. is in a really good spot. Let's see. P. Watt, exactly. Porter Jr. had 25.5 points is very good value for Michael Porter Jr. 25.5 points for Michael Porter Jr. That seems really good. The play types are good. The zones are great. Everything looks good here. They're 3-point favorites. Check this out. When you filter out, I already know this is probably going to be good. So the Nets, they're not good. They've gotten blown out in a bunch of games. But this game, they're 2-point favorites. So they're 2-point favorites. So if you give them a filter, I know this is not 100% correct, but you're giving him filter to filter out games where they've gotten blown out is what I'm saying. They're 2-point favorites. So all I'm trying to do is filter in games where they lose by no more than 10, so they don't get blown out. So if you're giving them a win margin where they're not losing by more than 10, he's went more on 25.5 points. Not when they just win, but when they lose by more than 10. So when the spread's at -10 to 45, right? So when they blow teams out, or when they lose by no more than 10, he's won over this line in 74% of games, averaging 28.9 points. You're getting a matchup again against, yeah, dude, this is a good spot. That's all I gotta say. That's a good spot. MPJ, more than 25.5 points. That's a good spot. That's a really good spot. I have nothing else to say. It's a really good spot there for Michael Porter Jr. Hey, man, have you been, hey, man, do you have any thoughts on Watson? Oh, you took him the other day, no? That's the guy you took the other day, Watson, 2.5 assists. Yeah, he killed it. I can't see the potential assists last game, but he's getting a lot of potential assists. He does get a lot of his assists to players, if you can see here, King Cabano, to players from above the break threes, right? 45% of his assists are generated to players from the three-point line, which is a tough matchup against the Mavs. It was a good matchup against the Pelicans. It was probably a good matchup against the Bucks too. That's my worry there when it comes to assists. You're looking at what? 3 probably? 3 is not terrible. He's playing a lot of minutes. He's getting a lot of chances, 11 and 7. I don't mind 3 if you're getting Watson. Yeah, 3 is not bad. 2.5. 5K likes, and I'll talk about the play again if y'all want that play. Just get to the 5K likes. What? There's 75 people in here. I appreciate you guys hopping in. I just don't like talking about it all the time. Like continuously repeating it is not fun. He's still most likely playing. Who are we talking about? Yeah, I don't know how the Porter line is not bumped. The 25.5 is really good for Porter. Nemar play? Nemar's been eating, no? How did he play last game against Boston? He didn't play that well against Boston. You're getting a matchup against the Raptors. It's not a good pick and roll matchup. It's not a good above the break three matchup. It's not a good mid-range matchup. Not a huge fan of here for Nemhard. I mean, yeah, without Mathurin, he's still averaging 20.1 points this season without Mathurin. He is playing. Oh no, he's not playing he's playing against the Raptors, but he's not playing in Toronto. That thing's a little interesting because he's from Canada. I don't know, some little small motivation there. When you play in Canada, your friends, whatever. I don't even know where he's from, but he's from Canada, maybe not near Toronto, but doesn't matter because they're playing in Indiana. 18 points. He's won over this in 6 out of 9 games without Mathurin, but this matchup is just not the best thing in the world. Yeah, it's projected to be a close game. It's a 2-point spread. It's just not the best matchup in the world. Maybe more often than not, take Siakam. 23.5 points for Siakam is interesting. Playing against his old team too in the Raptors. Not playing at home, but playing against his old team. And Scotty Barnes used to play with. Aaron Nesmith is interesting. He hasn't been doing well. Aaron Nesmith has been doing very bad. If anything, maybe Siakam. He's struggled a bit recently. Transition matchup's kind of tough. The free throw spot-up matchup is decent. If anything, I do Siakam more often than Nembhard. I don't know. Like, Nembhard's been performing without Mathurin. He missed last game against the Celtics. That's a tough matchup. He missed against the Cavs. He only played 30 minutes against the Cavs. He doesn't play that many minutes, huh? Where a guy like Siakam's going to give you like 33 plus minutes. I like Siakam more. What I'm trying to get to is that I don't like Nembhard that much. Quickly's still playing. He's questionable. Quickly's questionable. So, yeah, we have no idea. Guys, again, 5K likes, and I'll talk about the play again. Do I think he's questionable? So I have no idea. Queen rebounds and assists. Someone always comes on here and talks to me about Queen's lines. I just cannot trust Queen in his minutes. I guess he's been getting more consistent, close to 30 minutes. But against the Hawks, just randomly, he played 19 minutes, which worries me. See, this matchup against the Nets is really good. Just the way the Nets play defense. Let's just see. I want to see something real quick. That's interesting here. Because this could be really good. The Nets blitz the pick and roll. Like, they allow the least points in the pick and roll because they blitz. They send two guys at the pick and roll. I've said this all season. It's just one of those trends that they do. It's just one of those defensive schemes that they do. They blitz the pick and roll. That's why they allow the least points in the pick and roll, right? When your main ball handler, whoever's ball handling, whether it's, I don't know, any of these guys, Zion, any of these guys, what's his name? Oh, my God. Jeremiah Fears runs a pick and roll. He's going to get blitzed, which is going to leave a 4 and 5 on the backside, and your big man is running, setting your screen, going to be open for a lot of more assist opportunities because he's rolling down the rim in that short roll, if that makes sense. So what I'm trying to look at right now, all that saying, is if the New Orleans Pelicans use a lot of pick and roll. So I'm going to look at their play types. And this is what I do in research every single day. Pick and roll, ball handling. How many pick and rolls do they call on offense? How frequent do they use it? Pelicans. New Orleans is about middle of the pack pick and roll. It's not terrible, but they do use what? The pick and roll 15% of the time. It's about average. It's not terrible. I do like Derek Queen a good amount. I do like Derek Queen. Maybe not his rebounds and assists, but more so his assists. More so his assists is an interesting spot at 5, especially against the Nets. 13.5 you're saying for or you said 12.5 rebounds and assists for Queen? Let me see. Sorry, I'll get to your guys' questions. I really want to see Derek. Yeah, 4.5 assists is very favored too. 4.5 assists looks pretty good for Queen. I don't mind that at all. 4.5 assists for Derek Queen, especially the reasoning like I'm saying. Jeremiah Fears runs a pick and roll with Derek Queen. Jeremiah Fears, Zion Williamson, Trey Murphy, whoever, Jordan Poole runs a pick and roll with Derek Queen. Two are going to come to Jordan Poole or whoever's ball handling. Derek Queen is going to be in that short roll spot, right? Logical play is to get rid of the ball when you're getting double teamed. In the middle, 3-on-4s on the back, or 4-on-3s on the backside for either open corner threes or open lays. And that's why the Nets give up so many points in the restricted area too. Because you're trying to guard 4 people with 3 guys on the backside constantly. So yes, I do like Queen's assist spot. I do like Queen's, all that to say, I do like Queen's 4.5 assists. But of course, I could be saying all that stuff and I just miss. But I like it. All right, yeah, I'll get to the play right here. Brandon Ingram right now, I got it at for Brandon Ingram. If you guys want to write it down, I'll pin it. What I got it right now for Brandon Ingram, but before I went on live, was 29.5 points and rebounds. Then Emmanuel quickly got ruled questionable. So I just don't know what to do because his points line now is at 24.5. His points and rebounds is at 31.5. If I were you guys, I just wait. But the value on 24.5 points is pretty good still. It's a really good matchup. It's a really good matchup against the Pacers. They give a lot of points in the mid-range. They give a lot of points at the free throw line. And, of course, Emmanuel quickly misses. It's an even better spot. But to go from 23.5 to 24.5, a little different. I don't know. Is it worth to take it? It's not terrible at 24.5 on the more for Ingram. But the second play, John Collins, you can get. John Collins is at, I took more on 15.5 points and assists. You're playing the Wizards. John Collins has been starting, playing a lot of minutes. He's went over this line in 7 out of 10 games. If you look on PP, John Collins is at 15.5 points. His points and assist line's at 15.5. So you're getting good value on the points and assists already. And you're playing the Wizards at home as 13-point favorites with Kawhi and Zubac questionable. If those guys even play, they're going to be limited. They're not going to push their guys if they play. I think there's a good chance that one, if not both, miss because they're playing the Wizards. They're playing at home. Are you going to rush them back in a game where they're already 13-point favorites against the Washington Wizards, right? So, yeah, I love the spot for John Collins. Yes, thank you. That's the play. What happened to John Collins? He just missed. Last time he just missed. He didn't have a good game. Bro, he had 3 points last game. Be for real. Just because he had 3 points last game doesn't mean he's going to miss today. Players are going to have bad days. If they're just having bad days, doesn't mean they're going to miss the next game. It happens. It's the NBA. It's their averages. He averages 15.5 points, meaning one game he can have 20 points. One game he can have 3 points. I'm just saying, on a normal day, with his given his volume and how much he's been playing in this matchup against the Wizards, more often than not, he should go more on this line. At the end of the day, he's gonna miss plays. Players are gonna miss games, or not miss plays, miss shots, not get shots. He had 5 fouls last game as well. He couldn't get into the rhythm. He played 30 minutes. There's a lot of things. But if you were telling me that he missed his line last game and you don't like it, he had 3 points last game, you don't like it, you gotta just readjust what you're doing here because players are gonna miss. It's all about the averages. That's how they set their lines. That's how they set their spots here. I gotta stop talking about lines. But yes, I do like this spot here. Also, it's also head-to-head. I don't really care too much about head-to-head. Head-to-head is gonna be good because he had a way different role on a different team. And that's the thing, yeah. I mean, they can bounce back. There's also that bounce back narrative, but I'm just looking at it overall this season, how he's been playing in the past 10 games. He's averaging 28.4 minutes in his past 10 games. 28.4 minutes. And those are the 2 plays. Yes. I didn't pin it. Did I not pin it? I thought I pinned it. Yeah, Curry sold a lot. Curry sold a lot of people, bro. That's crazy. Thank you. That's the one. Curry sold. What happened to Curry? I know he was a taco, which is crazy. A lot of people are going to be livid about that. But 2 of the other tacos hit. So it's like, you can never predict that Curry thing. That's why I always tell people, it's like, don't pick and choose tacos. Take all 3 of them because you hit the other 2, you miss 1, sure. As long as your pairs are good, you're still going to be good. That's why when people ask me, like, is this taco good? Is this taco good? At the end of the day, they're the best value on the board. If you're trying to pick and choose them, you're going to lose. You're going to lose more often than not. No one was probably taking the less on Curry or no one was taking that taco. No one was not taking the taco because they thought it was a tough spot because Curry went over that line in all 3 games against the Blazers, destroying them. But what I'm trying to say is that just take all the tacos. They're the best discount on the board. Like when I'm looking at Ingram on his normal line, 24.5 points, whatever it is, his normal spot for Ingram, it's a 50-50. Technically, it's a 50-50 coin flip when you're looking on PP. You can get 2 spots where you're getting a 55, 60%, 65. That's what I'm trying to get based off their matchups, based on how they're playing, based on who's in or out, all those little things, right? And even the expected value when it comes to PP. But when you're looking at these discounts on for Taco Tuesday, any of these discounts, any of these promos, they're already inheritedly 60%, 65%, 70%. So you're flipping a coin and you're getting a coin that's 70% of the time right. Of course you're going to flip that compared to a coin that's 50% right. I don't know. That's my reasoning on those. You can do that too. Take the tacos on the over and under on the normal lines if you really, really want to do that. But that just seems like just random. Neesmith under 21.5. Neesmith has a decent matchup against the Raptors. It's a good spot-up matchup. 21.5 points in rebounds. 21.5 points in rebounds. 50% in games going more on this line. I don't really see anything good for the under. I mean, he's hooked this line in 3 of these games. 3 out of 14 games, he's hooked this line with Mathurin out. It's a decent matchup against the Raptors. I don't know. I probably wouldn't take the less on that. Tell me how it would have turned out last night then. What do you mean? Tell me how it would have turned out last night. What's that mean? I'm curious. Collins points is 15.5. I took points and assists. I'm curious on what you're saying. Thoughts on Scotty rebounds? Barnes? I don't like Scotty's rebounds. I'd much rather take Ingram's rebounds or CMB. They've had a lot of rebound chances. Honestly, Scotty's been getting a lot of rebound chances. Just haven't been converting. I don't know. I like Scotty. I like CMB, Colin Murray Boyles. Or I like Colin Murray Boyles or Ingram for his rebounds. Colin Murray Boyles is at 7.5 rebounds. Maybe not so that. The rebounds and assists is interesting for Colin Murray Boyles. He's been generating a lot of assists. Just making the right play, really. Not really getting that many chances. Is that Ingram's PR? It is. Michael Porter Jr. 26, I do like. It is Ingram's PR. Michael Porter Jr. 26, I do like. Trey Murphy. A lot of people like Murphy, huh? Murphy's been doing really well. He gets a pretty tough, decently tough matchup. It's not like terrible. It's definitely above average matchup. It's just above the break threes isn't the best matchup. It's a good play type matchup. Like spotting up and transition, it's a good matchup. If there was like a 2-pointers made for Trey Murphy, I'd like it. I think they're gonna limit his threes a good amount. The Nets give the least 3-point attempts in the NBA. They give the least 3-point attempts in the NBA. So, I don't know. I don't know if I go Trey Murphy here. I think I'd much rather go Zion. I think I'd much rather go Sadiq Bey in these two spots than Trey Murphy. But we'll see. Zion Day for points. I do like Zion's spot. Zion's matchup is really good. But I don't think their injury report has came out yet. They haven't submitted their injury report. So they're playing a back-to-back. And they haven't reported their injuries yet. So I can see Zion missing. I don't know. Zion's been playing their last back-to-back. I can see Sadiq Bey missing. Most rebounds to shooting guards. What do you mean shooting guards? Murphy's not a shooting guard. I mean, also at the end of the day, those rebounding by position is so flawed. Besides, if you're looking at centers, rebounds, or assists for point guards. I think those position things are the most flawed things in the world. Because how are you like judging these guys' positions? Like, why does it matter? It just depends on who they're guarding. If you can project out who they're guarding, then yeah, you're in a better spot for these wings. But I'd much rather just trust the rebounds line when it comes to, centers and assist lines when it comes to point guards. That's the only thing I'll look at for positions. Or threes for shooting guards. Bro works for Vegas. I respect it. If you don't like my plays, I respect it. 100%. But what was I looking at? Knocked me off my stuff. Who was that? I don't even know what I was looking at. Oh, 2-pointers line for Trey Murphy. Is there even that spot there? Two-pointers made. 4.5 2-pointers made for Trey Murphy is very interesting. 4.5 2-pointers made for Trey Murphy is very interesting. Very interesting. How many attempts, 2-pointers attempted, is he make? I don't mind. I'm going to write it down because it's interesting and I'll look at it later. But Trey Murphy, 4.5 2-pointers made is interesting because the Nets limit 3-pointer attempts a lot. And I think Trey Murphy is just going to continue attacking the rim. Yeah, he's in a good spot. He shoots a lot of threes, though. I don't know. We'll see. It's a good 2-pointer made matchup. Take guards for assists, and they rebounds. Take centers for rebounds, and they get assists. Exactly. That's just the world it is. That's just what the name of the sport is. Watson, 29.5. I don't mind Watson. It's a pretty good spot there for Watson. I can easily see what's called Aaron Gordon missing today. Honestly, Watson even looks better now that I think about it. Aaron Gordon just played a back-to-back. He's been dealing with a hamstring injury. I doubt he plays today. I don't know. We don't know. I don't know. I'm not on the team, but Gordon missed our last back-to-back. Gordon just played 30 minutes last night. Watson is in an interesting spot here. Watson is in a very interesting spot. Now that you say it, the rigged sports world. No, I think you're just missing. Respectfully, like it's so hard to rig, especially when it comes to player props. It's so hard, unless you're taking like unders. It's just so hard. It's not worth the risk. Cash rules everything around me. Dollar bills. Yeah, if you think it's rigged, you probably should stop then. You lose in the long run because of the odds. It's not hard to rig. Explain to me how. Explain to me how. I'm actually curious. Explain to me how. Because I think you've already lost the battle if you think it's rigged. I'd love to pin this. I want to get to this. How is it hard to rig? Or how is it not hard to rig? Tell Vegas it's not rigged. They make money no matter what. They make money no matter what. I hope you understand that. They make money no matter what. It's just the volume that comes in. They'll either change the spots because of the volume that's coming in on one or the other side. No matter what, in the middle, they're making money no matter what. It's a long run game. When you have 1 million users and you're making money, or billions of users and you're making money no matter what, of course you're going to win. But you think you're losing because it's rigged, then you already lost the battle. Respectfully, you already lost the battle. And if you think the players are rigging it, is it worth them rigging it? We've seen people get caught instantly from just one day, right? Are these players who make millions of dollars going to really risk it for 100,000 more? When it's going to come up easily, they have these systems, AI, to look at players and the amount of money that's going into these players. And things will flag when it's just a random ass Tuesday and Terry Rozier is doesn't play his full game and hundreds of millions of dollars are going, or whatever, hundreds of $1,000s are going on his specific spot. That makes sense? Maybe I'm just tripping. Maybe I didn't even explain that well. But going back to Watson, I like his spot. Payne Watson's in a good spot. Let's see. What is his best spot here for Watson? 20 points? 20 points is pretty high for Watson, though. Yeah, he's been destroying this line, Watson has. 16 attempts, 19 attempts, 19 attempts, 15 attempts. Yeah, he's shooting a lot, too, which is good. Getting rebound chances, too, which is great. Points and assists isn't bad. Maybe 22.5 points and assists for Watson isn't bad. All sports are rigged. All right. That's crazy. I won't argue. No need to. Good morning, Wes. It definitely is. All right. Y'all lost the battle if you think the sports are rigged. Or what we're looking at. Maybe like games, sure, but when it comes to props, if you think props are rigged, it's way different. I can see what you're saying when it comes to games, but when it comes to props, no way. There's no way props are rigged. So what do you think, Watson, points or points and assists? Certain players get told not to hit certain stats. Do you think so? If you think so, you already lost the battle. If you think they're going out there and risking their $1 million contracts on you or someone else or whatever for this specific stat, then I think you're wrong. Yeah, I promise you're wrong. 22.5 points and assists for Watson looks pretty solid, is what I'm saying. Peyton Watson. And if you think it's rigged because you're losing, it's just because you're not great. It's just because it's also already set up for you to lose. It's already set up for you to lose, and that's how, I mean, no one's losing. All right. Bro, safe you up. Peace. Appreciate you hopping on in, bro. All right. That's crazy. That's crazy. Missing shots isn't hard to rig. Of course it's not hard to rig. But you know what's easy to find? A player putting a lot of people putting a lot of money on a specific stat, specific prop. Want to compare Pickett? I'll compare Pickett's 100%. What I'm trying to say is that it's not rigged, but if you think so, stick with that mindset, and if you think it's rigged, then you probably should stop. Stop in, like, what's it called? Doing these things. Plays. Pigs. Alright, sick. But yeah, the plays, Brandon Ingram, 24.5 points on the more, like that spot. John Collins, 15.5 points and assists. That's what we're going with here. 15.5 points and assists for John Collins. Brandon Ingram, 24.5 points. How long have I been doing this for? Like 4 years, 3.5, 4 years. McBride, Miles McBride's been playing really well. The thing with Miles McBride is that Josh Hart just came back, but he still played 35 minutes against the Blazers with Josh Hart back. Did any of these guys get into foul trouble? He played so many minutes, still with Josh Hart back, which is very interesting. If someone can pin it, or if someone can type it, I'll pin it. It's Brandon Ingram, 24.5 points, or what's his name? Or 24.5 points, and John Collins, 15.5 points and assists. Yeah, if you think they're gambling, then sure, so be it. It's just not worth the risk. If you look at, it's just not worth the risk for them. Is all I'm gonna say. And it's so easy to catch them. It is so easy to catch them. Just the amount of volume that goes into plays. Yeah, Mitchell. Oh, what's his name? Miles McBride played 35 minutes yesterday, the other day. Josh Hart might have gotten into foul trouble. Karl-Anthony Towns probably got into foul trouble. Yeah, Miles McBride played a lot of minutes. He gets a matchup today against the Kings, which is not the best matchup in the world. I don't mind the 10.5. It seems like he's still playing a lot of minutes. The matchup's not the worst thing in the world, but I don't think this is the best play in the world. A lot of these games, or most of these games that Miles McBride has been doing really well in, is because Josh Hart has been out. Josh Hart just came back against the Blazers. Yes, it didn't look like it affected his minutes too much, but I think there's way better plays out there besides the Miles McBride. It's not terrible, but I think there's better plays out there. These people lost the battle for sure. Why is John Collins getting hate? I actually like how he plays. No, nothing with John Collins. Just that he missed last game, and a lot of people were probably on them. They got kind of salty that he missed. Only took 2 3-point attempts when everyone wanted his threes. And I could have easily told you that he's just hitting a lot of shots. He's hitting a lot of threes. He's shooting a lot of, what's it called? He's being very efficient. And, yeah, I mean, he proved it. Appreciate McDaniels. Yeah, I missed on Aaron Gordon, so unfortunate there. Appreciate you, Balone. No problem, man. Appreciate us hopping on in. I just think, like, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. But I'm very, very set and stubborn that this thing is not rigged. Because it's been profitable. It's not rigged because it's not worth these $1 million players for an extra 100 whatever K. And if you're putting 100K on, say, John Collins on the less, and he misses the game or leaves the game early, that's gonna get flagged so easily. Then they're gonna look into it way more. They're not gonna let that stuff happen. Especially, they're gonna win no matter what. They already make money no matter what. I took Collins at 16.5, bro. Hopefully he still clutches up. Yeah, hopefully, man. Honestly, at that point, I would have took the 15.5 points. What's the main characteristic you look for before taking a points line? Matchup, how have they been doing? Who's in, who's out? So in this specific spot for John Collins, if you look at this whole season for 15.5 points for John Collins, he's only went more on this line in 40% of games. But if you know how the Clippers have been playing recently, they've been playing their starters a bunch of minutes because they're trying to push for the playoffs. They're playing Kawhi. They used to play Kawhi damn near 40 minutes until he got hurt. They're playing James Harden 36, 37, 38 minutes. And you look at John Collins' minutes, it's the same thing. He's been starting. No Derrick Jones Jr. Ever since Derrick Jones Jr. has been out, John Collins has been playing more minutes, has been starting, playing 29, or playing like damn near 30, 33, 34 plus minutes in games that are close. A couple games he didn't play that many minutes. He got into foul trouble, right? So you're looking to, on a normal basis, when this dude, John Collins, who's been playing 30, 32 minutes on a normal basis, no foul trouble, no injury, and no massive blowout, in these games, he's playing 30 plus minutes, how he's been doing. Now you look at the matchup against the Wizards, they allow 4th most points spot up, 2nd most points in transition, 4th most points at the free throw line, where Collins scores 30, 17, and 12% of his points. What's that? 47, 59% of his points in top 4, top 2, and top 4 matchups. What websites do I use for research? I use Props Edge. I use Props Edge for research. It should be linked in my bio. Yeah, I love Props Edge. But again, if you guys want access to the rest of my plays, guys, there are, what's this called? 116. We just released 152 two-day free passes. It's at 116 now. Yesterday we released it. It's at 116 now. So you'll get today's plays. You get all of today's plays that I post and 6 of our analysts post, and tomorrow's plays for free. It's 2 days free of premium. We never do this. It's just for the new year. I know it's late. New Year's, 2 days for free. Use code YEAR after that. You'll get 70% off your first purchase. It's linked in my bio if you guys are interested in joining. 2 free day passes, 2 days of premium for free if you're interested in joining. Maxi's points. Matchup against the Cavs, I think, for Maxi isn't amazing. 27.5 points, though, with Embiid. Even with Embiid, Maxi's went more on 27.5 and 78% of games. Yeah, this line looks pretty low. The zones are pretty solid. The other play types besides pick and roll are pretty good, too. I don't mind Maxi. I don't mind Maxi. Let's see what his best spot here for Maxi is. Maxi, points and rebounds at 31.5. Is that something you can get? Points and rebounds at 31.5 looks really good. Maxi, 31.5 points and rebounds. Uh, 31.5 points and rebounds. Can I get that still? I don't. Oh, yeah. Points and rebounds at 31.5 is still there. That looks pretty good. It's very favored. 78% hit rate with Joel Embiid. The matchup's not the worst thing in the world, but it's a 1-point spread, too. So, very good spot there for Maxi, I think. It quickly plays 22.5 points and rebounds. Love attacking the main paint drivers against Pacers. Same spot as Pritchard. It's similar. It's similar, but I like Ingram more, Chris. Ingram's zones are more relevant because quickly shoots a lot of threes, and the matchup for threes isn't good. Scotty Barnes for 15. Yeah, 15 is not bad. It's a really good matchup for Scotty Barnes when it comes to the Pacers. 15 is pretty good. Yeah, 15 looks solid for Barnes. Good matchup. Quickly might not play. Barrett's already not playing. That's good. Claxton, 3.5 assists against the Pelicans. Interesting. 3.5 assists for Claxton. 3.5 assists. I know he's went a lot of games where he was on a minutes limit, but he's still playing only 25. Oh, he had 4 fouls last game. I don't know if that affected it, but he only played 25 minutes last game, 27 minutes the game before, 31 minutes the game before that. So you would think on a normal basis, he's playing probably still his 30 minutes. This game has a 2-point spread, so hopefully he gets a lot of minutes. So let's pencil in like at least 27 minutes. When we look at 27 minutes this season, Claxton's had 3.5 assists in 64% of games. Now, I think it's pretty solid because 41% of his assists go to Michael, or a good amount of them are in that little handoff game with Michael Porter Jr., where he generates 41% of his assists in the top 5 matchup against the Pelicans. So yeah, I don't mind this spot here for Claxton. Like a little correlated spot for Claxton's assists, Michael Porter Jr.'s threes, Porter Jr.'s points. It's pretty interesting. 3.5 assists. He does get a lot of potentials too. Let me see. Rebounds and assists could be interesting. It's a good rebounding. Yeah. Ooh, rebounds and assists is pretty interesting for Claxton. Let's see. Rebounds and assists for Claxton is interesting. 12 rebounds and assists for Claxton. See, when he plays at least 27 minutes. Actually, let's just look at normal games. All right. When he plays this season, when he plays against the team that allow the most rebounds and assists. Sorry, second most. Top 10 rebounds and assists to opposing centers. He's went more on this line in 7 of 9 games, averaging 14 rebounds and assists. And the Pelicans allow the second most rebounds and assists to opposing centers. This is just top 10. Top 10 rebounds and assists to opposing centers. This is top 10, and he's went over this line in 7 out of 9 games. The games he's missed, he played 25 minutes against the Mavs, and then he played 26 minutes against the Spurs. So if he plays at least 27 minutes, he's, 7 out of 7 so far on this line when he plays against top 10 rebound and assist matchups. I don't mind that. Merrill he does have a good matchup for the under, Merrill does, but he's just been so good. It's just hard to take the more. He's been very efficient. He's been shooting a lot of shots. He's getting a lot of volume, playing a lot of minutes, starting. It's hard to ignore here. It is a very tough matchup for Merrill, though. The spotted matchup and above the break threes matchup is very tough for Merrill. We took the Merrill on the Moore last game. I'm just going to stay away from this one here. What are the two plays? Yeah, two plays. Brandon Ingram more than 24.5 points, and John Collins more than 15.5 points and assists for John Collins. 15.5 points and assists for John Collins, 24.5 points for Brandon Ingram. And again, the rest of my plays are going to be in the premium. We have 100 free 2-day passes left. So we usually do 1-day passes. Now we got 2-day passes. So you can get today's plays and tomorrow's plays for absolutely free. And you can cancel after that if you don't like it. If you like it, make sure you use code YEAR. You'll get 70% off after that. So you get today for free, tomorrow for free, and if you love it, 70% off after that using code YEAR, Y-E-A-R. 7 out of 9, 21, 30 minutes, bottom 10 rebounds. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, Chris. Exactly what you just said is what I just said. Exactly what you just typed is what I said for Nick Claxton rebounds and assists. Nick Claxton's, Nick Claxton, wow, I have a bunch of plays here. And if you guys are on YouTube, you can literally see all the plays that I've written down. So if you guys want to just hop on over to YouTube, I literally have the plays there. Not saying they're just lean, so I haven't locked them in. But they're all on YouTube. You can literally see them there. Vooch double-double. Kobe White should come back here. But I don't think it matters too much. Vooch in the matchup against the Jazz. They give average rebounds to opposing centers. Double-double. It doesn't look great. Especially the average rebound part to opposing centers. Kobe White's questionable. The points line's kind of high now. He missed his points line last game. I took the more on the 15. He took 7 out of 19 shots, so be it. But yesterday, I really liked his points line. 7 out of 19, which is a tough day. 37 minutes too. That's tough that one missed. Yeah, I don't like that spot here too much for Vooch on his double-double. I don't even like his point spot too much. Kevin Huerter's in an interesting spot. I guess Kobe White's playing though. Let's see. Kobe White playing. Josh Giddey out. He still plays 20-ish minutes. Nothing crazy. We'll see. We'll see. All right, I'm probably gonna hop off for now. I'll be on live maybe before the game start. Right before the game start, I'll be on live. So if y'all want to drop me a follow or hop onto YouTube, I'll be live. But the rest of my plays, again, like I said, all the things I just did research on, I'm going to go through and confirm them in, lock them in, anything that I like. I do like CMB. I'll take a look at CMB as well. I did write him down, Chris. And the rest of them are going to be my premium. So there are 115 free day passes. 115 free 2-day passes. 114 right now. Free 2-day passes if you guys are interested in joining. And final recap, Brandon Ingram more than 24.5 and John Collins more than 15.5 points and assists. I appreciate you guys hopping on in. Hope y'all have a wonderful day, and I'll see y'all later. If y'all want to drop a follow, I'll be on live later before the game start. Peace out, y'all. Oh.